Do you play Mobile Legends Bang Bang? Do you use Aptoide? Well, if not, I am here to teach you what it's all about and how you are missing out on insane bonuses and extra value for your money for not doing so. Hello everybody and welcome to a new video. My name is Midway and I hope you're having a wonderful day, cause I sure am. And today we are playing some more Mobile Legends Bang Bang. We are playing Alice on the bot lane, a very tanky mage which can very much go jungle or mid lane as well. But today we're going to be taking it over to the bot lane. It seems that for now we start the game just on our own, right? So yeah, I mentioned it's a pretty tanky character which has quite some range and a lot of control and mobility, so it's a pretty damn fun character to play. And yeah, you're just gonna be seeing a little bit of what it's capable of, right? We're starting here 1v1ing what looks like the little red hood skin onto this character, and as you can see, yeah, we are just having a little bit of spirit range over here, of course, but yeah, we are just not the most AoE straight up just damage kind of character early on. We are able to manage ourselves, but yeah, you will be seeing ourselves just struggling with a little bit of the wave clear, the wave clear here early on. But we do have control to just prevent the enemy to do an engage on us with that little short burst CC, pretty easy to actually land onto the enemy. So we hit level 3 here and we are going to be going for an extended exchange. And as you can see, well, things are not going down quick, but we do have the upper hand here. We do have our CC. We have our little mobility spell, which we're not really using to teleport just yet. You'll see that being used later on. And we are being ganked here by the enemy's jungler, so we'll just take a little bit of a break here and just go back to base to fully regen back our HP. So our jungler did take out the enemy's jungler here, so we go safe and sound here for a little bit of damage, but we are once again pushed up against our tower. It's a weird matchup here. We have only a 1v1 in the bot lane. Obviously you would expect this to be a 2v1, but now we unlocked our ultimate spell at level 4, and as you can see, this is what's really going to get us to the next level. So we're going to be able to go all in and straight up just almost never die, right? So our basically our ultimate, if you don't know what it does, it's going to be sucking up some of the enemy's life, so we're going to be healing up by quite a lot. And since we have a lot of control with that little CC as well as a mobility spell, you saw the ball being launched. Well, now we're going to be able to use that one to teleport to the ball whenever we do click that spell a second time. As you can see right there, it travels, and then if you click it before it expires, you're going to be able to teleport to it, right? So we are able to get in and out quite quickly, as well as just stay in there for quite a lot, being very sturdy and just having a lot of self-heal. So we do a little bit more of that. We just go in with our little ball and we start sucking the enemy's HP. So we have some CC to prevent them from really doing much damage to us, as we are also just healing up. And yeah, our HP is just not going down. This opponent really just doesn't have the damage in them right now, and we are able to out-sustain them, right? It also helps us out here clear some of the minions a little bit quicker, since we don't have that much wave clear either, so we'll be able to get some tower damage here with our minions, which puts us at a very good starting point here with 2 kills to our name. So we're just gonna be keeping doing the same thing. We suck off the waves HP, which also allows us to self-heal, so we are just able to trade mana for health and stay in lane being aggressive. We already have almost a whole level advantage onto our opponent here, and we are just gonna keep them pushed back. We still lack the big burst to do anything meaningful here, even though we do have some range on them. We are able to just keep this wave back there, since they're not getting any help. As you can see, we are sucking off all 3 minions, and our HP, even though we're getting a little bit of poke, we're just back to full HP. And we try to be aggressive, but we just don't have the damage to do much there unless we are able to get somebody else to come and help us. So we're going to be doing that exactly, and trying to help out the jungler here with some clearing and see if we can get a gank onto the bot lane. We do not have the wave on us now, but we are going to have the help, and now we're going to be trying to take this enemy down. They're really low now as well on levels versus us, really. We are again still just kind of like 1 level ahead, not even really, but anyways, yeah, we are able to pretty much just control this lane absolutely, apply pressure non-stop. The waves from the enemy straight up just help us to survive, and even though they try to go for some damage, they're just really scared of us. They know they cannot have enough damage to just beat our sustain. Go for a little bit of pressure on the mid lane, and we find the enemy here trying to take out the turtle. So we bunch up and we are going to be trying to take that away from them. However, since that pretty much seems to be totally safe for our team to be taken, well, here we're going to be going onto our enemy's bot laner. And as I was saying before, you can just see that we are out sustaining them. However, we're just not able to finish them off on our own. But with the help of our team here, we're going to be trying to go for that all in under the tower, but we just do not have enough damage, and with all that damage from the tower, we eventually get killed. So the match is very much on our hands at this point. We are winning heavily. We are now facing the deep mid game, approaching the late game, and yeah, we are still in the same situation here in the bot lane. Totally 1v1ing each other, unable to make anything happen. We just keep clearing waves, and the enemy just keeps running away. We keep applying pressure, we keep trying to get on them, but they just keep hacking the turret. We just don't have it in ourselves to make enough of something happen to get them down. Our CC is too short for them to really just be put out of position, and somehow they made that XP advantage, they reversed it while we were dead over there. So we are now kind of even, but yeah, straight up in this lane, we could go on for pretty much ever. I'm not sure if we would ever kill each other. Maybe also build dependent here, but yeah, you can see that the enemy just straight up went back to base, probably gave up on doing anything on the bot lane, which makes it pretty much makes no sense, because we are now able to take the bottom tower. If they could have just stayed around, maybe they could have actually defended this for a little longer, but they just give it away for free. And now the Lord is up, and as you can see, they went for a play on there, so we're going to be going in there, just straight up in the middle of our team. So we have a lot of self-sustain. We're going to be trying to stop them from doing it. We did manage to kill one of them as soon as we engaged, and now with that cheeky teleport, we were able to just bait them into a fight, as we were still just able to survive that engage. And here we go, once again, 1v1ing our bot lane. Are we going to be able to make it happen? We go in, and still just not enough. It's pretty much just an even fight, which makes quite little sense, but nonetheless, yep, that straight up just ends. The Lord fell. I'm pretty sure it didn't actually fall, actually. I'm not too sure really what's going on there, but yeah, we go to the middle lane here. We did have another fight happen there. We killed that one. We didn't had somebody else engage on us for no reason really, and we actually killed them. And then once again, the bottom enemy kind of just does the same thing again, engages versus like 3 of us, 4 of us, and then they're just like straight up feeding. So now the Lord actually did get killed, so now it's been spawned. There we go. There is no timer for it. I was expecting that to be on the minimap nonetheless, but yeah, there we go. The Lord is now coming. We got a massive push happening in the mid lane. The mid tower is just going down, and the enemies are just like feeding into us one at a time. So there we go. We killed them non-stop. The Lord still just crashing onto the tower. Triple kill for our mid laner, and they are just still like straight up running into the whole team, 1v1ing like one person at a time. Now they did manage to get us here, and the Lord's still pushing, but we did manage to get the inhibitor as well as the tower, right? So we are in a pretty decent position while the enemy is still just going down. So we're gonna go for a reset here, but we pretty much just almost won the game at this point. So the enemy bunches up in the mid lane, and we are going to be trying to defend this as hard as we can. As you can see, we are tanky enough to survive for a couple seconds versus 4 of them. If you compare that to the time they were jumping one by one versus our whole team, well, they didn't last a second. We did last for a little while, but of course we just don't have enough damage to just kill them all. We're able to disturb them for a little while, and as we come back to the game, there's just still a lot of fighting going on in the mid lane. Makes little sense to me, but we are still just coming up ahead. The Lord is respawning in a couple seconds, and yeah, the enemy is just not able to make it out of their base. They're just fighting against us non-stop. We're really not also able to end the game, even though we are still holding that advantage position, but the fighting non-stop really just puts us no closer to actually ending the game. So we are going to be splitting it here, just trying to get all the side lanes to push into the enemy's base, so we can really go for some extra pressure, which might make them split apart, so it's not just full on all random, all mid, you know, straight up ARAM. But yeah, we're gonna be fighting it off. There you go. Bot lane just getting into the base at this point. More fighting going on in the mid lane. So we're gonna have the enemies split up as we wanted to, right? So there we go. We have an advantage position here, just able to pick them off in the mid lane. We're able to chase them with our superior mobility as well as CC, just straight up not dying. We had our character here in the bot lane, the one that went for some pressure. They actually straight up died, but we are still able to capitalize from that. Just bought enough time for us to make it deep into the enemy's base once again. Now the thing is, do we have enough damage on us to get rid of all these enemies, right? And again, it doesn't seem to be the case. This almost feels like a tank versus tank kind of matchup, and pretty much everybody else which is not a tank just died. So there we go. We are now facing another situation of just a stalemate into the mid lane, and another massive fight breaks off in the mid lane. And there we go. We do more of what we do best. We just stand in there, heal back up, try and put some pressure onto the enemy, apply some just straight up stun locking with the CC, and just being a bit of a threat, although it doesn't really seem like we do that much because we just don't have the damage to be a big threat. All we can really do is just be around, take some damage for the team, and apply that CC, and that's what's enough pretty much. Our AD carry here on the mid lane, which is just able to pick everybody off. Everybody's dead. We have 10 seconds onto the timer for them to be back up, so we're gonna be taking this Lord for free, which is going to help us to just push and get the win. So the Lord gets killed, everybody's now back up, the enemy's just all coming up, and the Lord is nowhere near close to the enemy's base, but it's now making its way, right? So let's see if it's gonna be able to even get here, right? So our allied here just gets bursted down. We are able to survive. The Lord is coming in now, and we have all of the remainder of our team here just pushing in. So we're gonna be going and doing what we do, just soak up some of the damage, take that healing as we can take it, apply the CC, and the Lord is the one that's gonna actually be putting all that damage onto the enemy's nexus, since they are just unable to finish us off, as well as we are really just not able to kill them quick enough. But that's enough. The Lord finishes the game for us. It was the right play to actually go for it. That's pretty much it. Now let's hear a little bit about Aptoide. So picture this: you are playing Mobile Legends Bang Bang, and you want to be buying anything within the game. Let's just say you want to be getting some gems, right? So what you're going to be going ahead to do normally, as well as through Aptoide, is click on anything you might want to purchase. But if you do so through Aptoide, you're going to be able to see that right from the get-go, you're going to be able to see a bonus that's going to be indicating how much of an extra value in the form of a cashback you would be getting if you're doing this purchase through Aptoide, right? So imagine I'm spending, what is it, €2.79 in this pack. Well, if I am using Aptoide, I am going to be able to get a bonus, in this case based off of the amount of a bonus that I currently have unlocked. That is going to be 23 cents, right? So 23 cents that I can accumulate and then use instead of my actual real money to make the purchases for me, right? So right now I don't have enough of it, but if I did, I could go ahead and select the AppCoins credits choice right there, and that would mean that that's my payment selected option, so I can use those instead of my actual real money to do the payment for me, right? So it's a matter of accumulating bonuses, scaling up the percentage of a bonus you are going to be getting from these purchases, which you can do by, for example, using my code down there in the description, as well as here on the screen, and then just going ahead and accumulating purchases until that percentage you're getting is just going to be bigger and bigger, all the way up to an extra 35% of any amount of money you're spending can be turned into a bonus, and therefore you can make those biggest purchases without actually, you know, spending that much money. Whenever you want to be spending and getting some gems or anything in the games, well, you can just go ahead and use Aptoide, and therefore you're going to be able to buy more stuff in the long run, accumulating those bonuses and being able to purchase more stuff basically for free whenever you have accumulated enough bonuses.